doing an episode by episode series analysis of Baddies South because I want to see what I missed, and knowing what I know now about these ladies, it's really interesting to rewatch and see like all the funny memes and all the fights and where everything started, basically, because we don't really talk about Baddies Atlanta. Like, we only talk about Baddies South. Well, I do over here in this Black household. So let's get into episode 1. I really skip episode 1 because it's just a lot of filler. Like, we're meeting the ladies, of course, Natalie, EP, CEO, Baddie, of course, she was on BGC, season 4, I think. And of course, she's Queen Natalie. Like, we already know who the girl is. Not too much spent on her. Then we get Jayla, who's also on Bad Girls Club, with the later seasons, but she was a fan favorite. She was on there with the twins, the Claremont twins, yeah. And she's cute, you know, she's rocking her short cut. Jayla always looks good. She's wearing her white, of course. And we love Jayla. I'm a Jayla fan. Not too much on Jayla. Then we're introduced to Persuasion, and she was on Bad Girls Club as well. And her season, she was kind of a fan favorite. I'm not gonna say she wasn't, but you know, there was work to be done there too, because she was pissing me off on Bad Girls Club. I'm not gonna lie. She was on the season with Winter and Dream Doll and Kaylee when that whole thing went down. So we're gonna come back to Sway. Also, Bad Girls Club girl is Bree. She was on the last season of Bad Girls Club, and she was a fan favorite as well. Bree was the stripper. Like, we love Bree. I like Bree. Then we get Ann. Ann is introduced as a gas pump sucker. Their words, not mine. That she's a gas pump sucker. She's a clout chaser. Link is in her bio. That is her identity. Not too much on Ann, but Ann is here too. Slim and Rolly, they were both on Chance's Zoo show, Trying to Find Love, One More Chance. I didn't really watch that show. I seen some clips. I always kind of like Rolly. She was always funny, but then I seen her on, was it Maury or Steve Wilkos, and she was bathing in Alfredo sauce. Anyways, not too much on Rolly either, because she had to start from humble beginnings. And then we're introduced to Krishan Rock. People have already known her from being on Blueface show. That's how she got in love with Blueface, and then she started fighting Jaden, and that was a whole thing. She lost her tooth. So we're coming off like all of this media whirlwind that is Blueface and Krishan. So everybody wants to know who Krishan is. We know she beating bitches up. We know that, okay, maybe Krishan not to be fucked with. Maybe she not even a little right in the head. And they already prefacing that in the show very heavy from episode 1. The sippy cup and the tooth missing really got me weak, but that's neither here nor there. So they're already hinting towards the fact that Krishan might be a little dirty. She's childish. She don't listen. She the youngest in the house, and she might be even a little bit slow. So it's already giving like the girl's not really fucking with Krishan Rock off the rip. And Natalie is like, hey, like, take your headphones out, girl. I'm trying to talk to you. You know how Natalie be in her trying to turn up voice. In the house, they're looking at the rooms. They're like, okay, Krishan Rock is getting on Natalie's bed. Natalie like, hey, get off my bed. Your shoes are dirty. You dirty. Basically like, Krishan, you dirty. And Krishan really is like getting hinted towards the fact that they like setting up this whole storyline for her to be the dirty bitch in the house. And Krishan not feeling it. And this is where we first start feeling Krishan's pressure with the whole dirty situation. And Sway is like, yeah, like Sway being funny in the room with Natalie and Jayla and them, and Krishan not fucking with it. So Sway is already on edge with Rock. So the ladies go to the kitchen for a house meeting, basically just to talk, like, you guys, we in Atlanta, we in our first city, I got a surprise for you. Basically, Natalie's doing a whole introduction thing, but this is the preface. Like, if you know that there's a house meeting, there's definitely going to be some sort of altercation, whether that's an argument, a fight, or a brawl. Something's gonna happen at these premeditated house meetings that Natalie calls. So these good ladies all meet in the kitchen, and they're yapping, they're talking, they're chatting, and everybody's just basically like, you know, stand on business. When we here to turn up, get to the bag. You know, they always get to the bag.
A civil conversation, we can squash it. We got to get to the bag. We have an event tonight. We got to work. So we just need to kind of like...
And it's like, yeah, just basically like, if I check you, be ready to whatever. And
BGAF. I don't give a fuck. Period.
Anywho, and she looking at Bree, and Bree like, I'm gonna get back to you, because earlier on the bus, Ann was like, oh, you're an escort. Like, we didn't already know this about Bree. Like, we already know Bree's be into some things now, so it's giving like you're trying to embarrass a bitch that we already pretty much know about. She was popping it on BGC, so BGC was on Oxygen. This is Zeus. Like, we not even giving a fuck if she an escort. Like, that's pretty much what they all do. So it was giving weird, and Bree was like, I'm gonna handle you later. Like, we can talk about it later, and we move on. So all the ladies are basically saying, we gonna handle all the issues before we get on that bus. So if you got a problem with me, say it now. We ain't doing no fighting. The bus too damn small. I'm glad these ladies have some sense, because in the later seasons we see that they have absolutely no sense, no self-control, and they just don't give a fuck. So I like to see that these ladies have common sense and know that there's a time and a place. So they like, bitch, don't let a bitch clock that your tea for you. Like, clock your own tea and check that bitch. And Bree said, I'm gonna handle her when I want to handle her. I'm not gonna let her tell my story. I'm gonna tell my story. And we love Bree for that. Fuck you, Ann, because girl, what was clout? It's the clout. It's the clout. Clout is a dangerous drug. And Rolly is like, I'm just gonna stop being fake. Like, what y'all said about Krishan though? So Krishan instantly is like, yeah, who said the dirty joke? Like, she want to know from whoever mouth who said the dirty joke. And Persuasion, of course, being the Pisces that she is as well, you know, her and Krishan and Rock are both Pisces. She's like, I said the dirty joke, like, you know, and bam, Rock hits her right in the face, washes her in the sink. And this is where we get the infamous she got washed in the sink scene. Like, literally, she got beat up and washed with the dishes in the sink. Persuasion basically said, I said you dirty, but I really just mean you don't clean up after yourself. And she didn't even give Persuasion enough time to react. She just straight smacked the bitch, punched the bitch in the face. Not even smacked her, punched her in the face. She lands in the sink, and then episode ends. Literally just like that. And that's episode 1, y'all.
Can you sing something for us? I'm kind of focused on being a baddie right now. I can't really work.
So episode 2 starts, and Persuasion is already in the sink being washed up by Krishan. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, they're dumbfounded, they're flabbergasted, because this is the Krishan that everybody been like wanting, like, or been watching on TV, like, oh, this that girl, like, she crazy, she washed her up in the sink. Everybody is tripping. And Persuasion is rightfully so very upset. She's embarrassed. She was just beat up, washed up in the sink like a little baby, and it was very, very traumatic for her. So she's upset. She's trying to get to Krishan. And Persuasion is trying to throw things. She's trying to get to Krishan Rock. Krishan is like, girl, you're embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. Your body's an embarrassment. And this is like, you know, pre-meal plan Persuasion. So she was a little bit on the skinny side. The BBL was, you know, these BBLs killing y'all, and the thighs don't match. It was giving that. So Persuasion's brushing her shortcut down. She's still mad. So she sees Ann with Krishan's sippy cup and tries to take it. And like, no, you're not touching Krishan's sippy cup. I'm like, okay, is Ann and Krishan friends? Is this a thing? We saying they friendship or something? But Ann was protecting the cup with her life, and Natalie like, her little nigga on that cup. You know how Natalie be talking. So I'm weak. It's very funny. Everybody's keying at this shit because Persuasion just really got embarrassed. Like, they seeing like history in the making right now. Like, Natalie's like, I don't really know if I fuck with that sneaking shit. Like, if you got a problem, you know, tell me, square up, and let's square up. She didn't really fuck with the whole just punching without saying nothing. But she's like, shit, that was crazy. But it's gonna get even crazier because Sarah's pulling up. And if y'all know Sarah, she was on Baddies ATL, but she was also on Bad Girls Club. So many moons ago, she was on Bad Girls Club, and she was a fan favorite, and they all tried to come together and do this whole Baddies house before Zeus's Baddies came out, and it was a whole bunch of drama. They couldn't get it together. Natalie was being so unprofessional, and Sarah was like, pretty much, bitch, get it together. And Natalie crossed her out, did a deal with Zeus, and basically got Baddies off the ground. And Sarah was mad ever since. She did a whole book, serving receipts, just giving it all up. And Natalie's like, yeah, bitch, you've been doing a lot of talking. When you pull up, we gonna get to fighting. Like, period. I ain't talking no more. Sarah, fuck you. So Natalie's mad, and everybody's like, oh, Sarah coming? Oh, Sarah coming? Why Sarah coming? She's like, no, she only wants to talk to me. So Natalie's already telling the ladies, like, be prepared, because it's gonna be some more drama, and I might get into it. You know, the CEO might get into it. Natalie says she's not scared of a little bitch like Sarah. She really mops hoes. So she want everybody to be okay and be on good terms so she can handle Sarah accordingly. And when she get here, check that bitch for guns. Yeah, check that little bitch for guns, her purse too, because Sarah's known to carry around security and a gun. Okay, Sarah gonna be strapped and ready. Okay, so Sarah's looking all crazy, like, I'm not trying to, like, why? What you trying to bring a gun in here for, Sarah? Like, I know you scared, but it's just Natalie now. Natalie not gonna shoot you. So anyways, she introduced herself. Hi, Miss Nunn. You know, very iconic, because Natalie, her name is Miss Nunn. Yeah, so it's very funny. And Natalie's instantly enraged. Like, she's not playing with Sarah. They're going back and forth. Sarah has literally a manila folder full of memes and ugly pictures of Natalie Nunn. The other famous meme of Natalie smoking the hookah with her chin just looks so fat. It's really funny. Natalie literally, like, almost like get an aneurysm trying to get to Sarah when she pulled that picture out. It's hilarious. Natalie saying, your nigga was just in my DM saying you're crazy. And she's like, well, who's my man? You don't even know my man. And she's like, you're literally lying. Natalie just be lying, and it's very funny. Natalie was really mad. Like, she was really trying to stomp Sarah out. And Sarah was really not trying to fight. It's like really sad. Like, Sarah, like, at what point are you gonna stand up and just fight? Like, you gonna just kick your feet and like, no, that's a fight. No, bitch, you need to fight. Alright, bitch, it's baddies. You really gotta fight for your life over here. Don't come and think you gonna do no conversation. We throwing bows in this bitch. Sarah starts crying, and Natalie's just not fucking with it. She's like, bitch, why is you crying? And Sarah's also a Pisces, so I empathize with her because we do get emotional. Like, bitch, what you did was fucked up, and I did what I did as a reaction to what you did. But can you understand why what you did was fucked up and why I had to do something equally fucked up to you? Like, I feel you, Sarah. I really do. The conversation literally does not end well. It ends in a screaming match. It ends with Sarah getting escorted out the house, calling Natalie a slut. Like, it don't get no better. Like, it don't get no better. The conversation was pointless. It's the next day, and Rolly, Rock, and Slim are outside talking and smoking, and they're like, girl, you crazy? What you did last night? You really beat her ass. You know, they have to tell her over and over again that she beat Persuasion ass, because she really did. Rock is like, you sat on my man face with that booty, that body. Ugh, like, she was disgusted. It's really funny. Rolly's laughing. It was a funny scene, not gonna lie. Now, next scene, Natalie, Jayla, and Bree are sitting in Natalie's room, and they're just discussing what happened last night and how crazy the Sarah situation was and the Krishan situation was. But they really want to focus on the whole Ann and Bree situation, because they really feel like Ann was trying to punk Bree, and that Bree needs to stand up for herself, because that's not cool, and she should tell her own story. She shouldn't let the next bitch tell her story, and definitely not let the next bitch punk her about her story. Like, bitch, where your muscles at? This is baddies. Okay, ladies, y'all know what show y'all on. Basically, that's basically what they hinting towards. Bitch, you know what show you on. So we get another scene, and it's Sway and Ann. Sway's laying on the couch, Persuasion. She laying on the couch. She's just chilling. She just got her wig put back on, mind you. Wig is fresh. She said not even an hour on. And Ann pulls up, and she's like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, that was really whack. You got beat up. You lame as hell. And Persuasion's like, whoa, bitch, where all this energy coming from? Like, why are you mad with me? And Anne is really confused on why Persuasion has been talking to Brie about Anne and why her name is coming up. And Persuasion, like, bitch, we not even talking about you like that. But, like, all I was telling her is that she need to, you know, handle that issue with you. Like, don't let this bitch keep talking about you. And Anne, she's a delusional bitch. She's doing way too much in the scene. Like, Persuasion wasn't even on no shit, but Anne was definitely looking for a moment. She's corny as fuck, but in a funny way. But like a way that you're laughing at her and not with her type of funny. Really never struck me until now how much her and DTB look alike. Like they could be twins, like for real. And they both talk like they got something heavy, like their tongue is just heavy as fuck in their mouth. Anyways, Anne was just doing too much, trying to get a moment with Persuasion. So she throws a pillow at Persuasion and punches her while Persuasion is laying down on the couch. The couch flips over, and that's the end of episode 1. So we can already see that this is where like unnecessary fights start, because this fight really truly didn't make any sense, and I was genuinely confused on why the fuck Anne even started this issue. But you know, she's a hashtag clout chaser. She said it. She's a self-proclaimed clout chaser. So anywho. So that's the end of episode 2. Let me know if you guys would like to see episode 3 and 4 breakdown. I'm really having fun editing and doing all this, so I'm gonna do it anyway, but just let me know that y'all watching. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be doing more commentary analysis videos on shows that I like. It's not just gonna be baddies, but see you soon. Mwah.